Art here. I just want to let you know that the Pulsechain.com mainnet has launched, and PulseX.com on that mainnet has launched as well. I hope you guys are all enjoying it. We waited a couple years for this, and it's finally here.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another great day, and of course the first day of October for us who are in Down Under. And of course it's actually the second day, so it's the first day of October for you in the Northern Hemisphere if you're up in America, Europe, and places like that. But of course down under here in Australia, New Zealand, Pacific Islands, it is the 2nd of October. It's currently 12:30 p.m. in the afternoon in good old New Zealand, and of course standing proud for our heritage. New Zealand, go, go, go. And of course, they're going to try to change our country name, amend our name, but no, it's New Zealand. So proud to be New Zealander. And of course, rock on, rock on. We're pushing back. And of course, I hope you guys are having a good time as well. Pulsechain looking really good. Crypto looking good. We're going to talk all about that today. And of course, I said October, a big month for crypto and Pulsechain. Let me know if you agree. I've got a poll up in the Hex Token YouTube. And of course, we'll have a look at that later on. So fill out that poll. Really, really cool. If you're on Superman Crypto, Pulsechain YouTube, or Hex Token channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, all that good stuff, and really get into our Discord. Awesome information, and most importantly, awesome community. And get in there if you like to have all the cool stuff on projects early and get in on that. The alpha is there. But man, oh man, I wrote the title of the video, October, a big month for crypto and Pulsechain. And then about half an hour or something like that, an hour later, the market pumps. How can you believe it? Can you believe it? The market pumps. I wrote the title, and the market pumps. It's just, I don't know. Is it a truly a Hex Token channel pump? I do not know. Are you not entertained, as we say? Are you not entertained? Pretty amazing. Anyway, enough of that. Parading and prodding and pruning. Let's get into it and see who's in the house. We got Lights Beneath. How are you today? Very good. It's reasonably weather outside. I'm going to be doing my walk. Hopefully my walk will go a bit of a blister from yesterday, but maybe day 65 is on the table. We're going to get into that. The ultimate strategy, of course, Hex, EHEX, PLS, PLXX, and incentive for the winner. They just got pumped just before the live stream. So we're going to talk about that. The timing of the live stream couldn't be more perfect for that. Really is exciting. So cool, cool, cool. Who else is in here? We got Sandy Beach somewhere. Sandy Beach, are you there? I can't see you, Sandy Beach. Are you there, Sandy Beach? Good to see Sandy Beach in the house there. I'm only kidding because Sandy Beach comments were all over the place. I was just trying to get there. We got it. Sandy Beach is in the house there. We got Wookie as well. Let's play like Wookie, says Wookie. We got Joey Torres. What's up, Joey? Good to see you, Joey, as well. Pleasure. And Crypto Craig Pitt as well. Morning all from sunny Melbourne. Big shout out to you. I hear it is very hot over there at the moment. So congratulations to you. Brennan says, pump it. Up October. Uptober is here. I like that, Brennan. That's a nice play on words. Uptober and pump it, absolutely. And just before the live stream, couldn't believe it. After I wrote the title too, and that's fantastic. Hello, Hex Token, everybody. Sandy Beach is here, never fear. Rocktober, says Sandy, absolutely. We got Knoxville as well. Finally, October has arrived. Yes, September wasn't too bad though, was it? Wasn't as doom and gloom as people thought. And of course, October looking even better. Tim Top's in the house there. What's up, Mexicans? Good to see you, Tim Top. Welcome as always. And of course, who else there? Brendan says, are they trying to change the New Zealand name to WAS? No. What they're trying to do is New Zealand, typically under the Maoris, who were, I guess, the second peoples here after the Morioris. And of course, they were in the North Island and the South Island. And the North Island had a different name. The North Island and South Island have different Maori names. And of course, what they did try to do is they try to match up this North Island name, which was actually broken up into a word called Aotearoa. And then, of course, in Polynesia there, over in, I can't remember exact spot, but that was also where they had the same name, Aotearoa. But they're trying to, they don't want to have any, they don't want to have any census on it or a polling on it. They just want to try and impose all the stuff just like usual. But New Zealand stands proud. We will resist these fascists. We got who else there? DGN Hexkin as well. I know we don't need RH, but damn, I miss him. Yeah, well, that's why I put RH on the beginning of the live stream, right? So you guys could see Richard Hart, because it's always good to see Richard Hart. He is the founder and inspirator of the old Pulsechain and Pulsex show. So very exciting indeed. Eddie says a green October indeed. You called it, Superman. Woohoo, says Eddie. Yeah, well played, eh? Well played. We've been leading into this every day. So I'm very excited. Archipelago in the house there. Good to see Archie as always. Hi all. Good to see Archie. And DG and Hexagon says thinking of you, RH. So if Richard Hart, you're out there, definitely your community is certainly remembering you. So very cool. Bulltober says Tintop, absolutely. Pumptober says Tintop. Yeah, everyone's coming up with these cool names. Definitely, it's getting excited. Welcome, Blobfish King, of course, with the ultimate emoji. Blobfish King always knows how to use the emojis. And we got Blobfish King says, thanks, RH for Pulsechain. Even at low Gwei, my pleb stakes are not worth in staking on ETH at the moment. Yeah, well, we had super low Gwei in September. I do think that's going to disappear, as I've been commenting on. And of course, you guys have seen me say that. We've come off the bottom at 6 Gwei. 6 Gwei super low on Ethereum. And of course, I think that is maybe September's is the low month for Gwei on Ethereum. Pulsechain in there as well, up and away. That's right, absolutely up and away. And we got our community leader Brian. What's up, folks? Good to see Brian in the house, absolutely crushing it there on his game on Discord. What's that game again, Brian? Let me know. But he's crushing on that. He's also crushing it on the coast on ramping. He's at number 2 referrer after Crypto Coffee. So hats off to you, Brian. Well done on that. If you want to use Brian's link, I'm sure he'll post the coast link there. You get 5,000 weight tokens as well. I think the weight token is already up something like 25% over the last 24 hours, and it's probably going to keep booming, especially as you get into a cool market. And Light Scout says retweet the stream. Definitely retweet. I'm excited. You guys excited? I'm excited. Let's get into it. But without further ado, let us find out what's happening with the markets, because they pumped just before the live stream and just after my title, which I'm kind of proud about that, as you can tell. All right, let's jump over to the markets and have a look how green they are. You ready? Put on your shades, man. It's going to get green. It's going to get green, man. All right, so here we go. Bam. Let's full screen that. Bam. There we are. Bam, bam. That is the full screen there. And of course, you can see BTC there pumped just like 45 minutes ago or something like that. 27,906. When I looked at it, it was like 26,990 or something. 27. Now it just got pumped to 28K, and it's currently sitting around 27,909, up 3.37%. And of course, it's Sunday evening in the Northern Hemisphere, right? And that's probably some agency up there probably pumped it. And of course, let's see where we're up to at the moment. So New York at the moment is 4:40 actually in the afternoon on Sunday. So it's a Sunday, folks. They're front running these Ethereum ETFs, aren't they? That seems to what they're doing. They're front running the Ethereum ETFs, also kicking us off for October. Let me know if there's any other reasons you can think of at the turn of September, beginning of October, but those seem to be the obvious ones to me. I don't know if there's any options and things, other sort of things out there, but definitely the ETFs are spurring it, and so they seem to be front running that move on the ETFs. We're going to talk about that. New York at the moment is currently 7:40 in the evening in New York, so definitely quite a bit of Sunday still left in there in the afternoon and evening in the United States. So pretty cool. London, of course, has just flipped over into Monday, I should say. And of course, it is currently 12:30 in the morning, so something like that. So 12:40 in the morning there in London. So they've just jumped over to Monday. That's pretty much it. Tokyo. So look at Tokyo. Tokyo at the moment is currently almost 9 o'clock. So in the morning on Monday there for Tokyo. That sort of covers the Asian markets there. All right, looking good. So let's have a quick look at these markets. Actually, you clicked on something there. We've got Ethereum there is at 728. That's up 3.37% there. One would reasonably expect Ethereum to super pump, wouldn't you? So we'll keep a lookout for Ethereum there. We can already see that we already had some doing pretty well. Solana has been doing very well, up 12%. Once we start getting to these double digits for these leaders, it really starts to feel right. We're in at least a mini bull market, right? That's what I'm expecting, a mini bull market. Not expecting anything big. Once we do get those triggers, we've still got to go through levels of resistance to get to that mini bull market. But definitely, once you start getting it, that's when you start getting your double-digit increases a day, and those are good signs. AVAX at the moment is at up 5%, $9.72. Matic there's up 6%. So they're really the standouts amongst these ones here that we can see at the moment. Aave also doing pretty well. Aave up 6.4% as well. And Arbitrum there you can also see is up 6% too. So pretty green across the board. Link is down a little bit. Leo's down a bit. Maker's down a little bit. Lido's down a bit. Apart from that, super green across the board. So really excited to see that. That is the market. Let's jump and have a little bit closer at BTC, which are really pumped hard. Let's have a look at the Bitcoin on CoinGecko. Look at this chart. Woo! Look at that thing, man. Let me just hide some of the overlays there. That is the chart there. Look at that green pump. Pump, 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 pump. We love it. We love it. And of course, welcome to crypto. If you're not sold on crypto, you should be, because it's so much fun. Hey, look, there are bear markets. We have to hunker down in the winter for the bear markets, but definitely it is pretty good. Bear markets is where you make your money, because you accumulate all the good stuff. You still got to accumulate good stuff, but then when the bull market coming, or at least a mini rally, that's where you make a lot of your money, right? Buying cheap and selling high. That's kind of the play. And so at the moment we've got what was it, back on the 23rd here approximately? We've got the death cross around here, and of course it seems to be short-lived so far. We did talk about it. Is it going to be a fake out? We have seen fake outs. Normally fake outs are much bigger than this. This is a real fake out. Normally fake outs, so at least we have a bit of a dip below the 50-day, below the 200-day moving average, and the 50-day is the yellow line. The 200-day moving average there is the blue line. So that's the longer line, right? And we just pumped hard out of that. So is this a fake out of a death cross? Are we going to get a golden cross here? We're pretty close to it. So that would be $230. We're at $30 on the average movings there to cross back over into a golden cross. That'd be hilarious. Brendan, let me know what you think in the chat there. I'd really be keen on to hear what your opinion on that. A nice green candle in here at the moment. And wow, look at that stuff. Let's have a look at the bottom here from this last move. We're up, up 7.6%, which is not too bad for Bitcoin. But off the bottom here, if we go back a bit further, we're up quite a bit there. What are we up? 12.2% on Bitcoin. That's not bad. You're not going to get your big X's, but you're definitely getting nice solid percentage gains there on that at the moment. So that is a zoomed out look on the old Bitcoin on the daily. Let's have a look at the monthly though, since we just came off the monthly, and see what that finished up at for the old Bitcoin. And this is on Coinbase, of course, on the monthly. And we had a nice September was nice and green, and we've just started a nice October there, green. Look at that green. This is October. What's it, the first day there, and of course already up. Look, up and away there. Look at that green. Almost the whole month of September is in like one day or so. So that's pretty crazy, right? That's the whole like 30 days. That is like a one day. It's crazy. And of course, maybe we'll get some of these movements in here, right? Maybe get some of that and power way up there. I'm very excited about that. So that's the monthly. Let's go back to the daily again. And bam, that is the daily. Woohoo! Bring it on. And of course, let's put back the overlays. Bam, and that's the overlays there. We've got our support lines. We had our support line here. Remember, we wanted to keep it over 24,800. Otherwise, we could have really broken down there. We've got angular support here. That's more of a long-term trend. We've got this sort of a more short-term, medium-term support here at 24,800. We definitely wanted to protect that. So far, so good. So let's see how we go with this next week ahead of us with the ETFs about to launch on Monday. So let's zoom out here, and we can see this is the news we've got ahead of us, right? Window of opportunity. You guys love it when I put these up, right? You guys love it when I put these up. We've got a windows of opportunities. So that's pretty awesome and good to see, right? Window of opportunity. And what do we got at the moment? So this coming week, Monday, that's US time, no doubt, is not Kiwi time, not Aussie time, but it is pretty much that. Not Samoan time either. It is pretty much this window of ETFs launching this week. So Monday, Tuesday, I guess that sort of period. It's going to be fun to see them launch. And look at that. It's going to be fun times in the first week. This is kind of the first week here up till Wednesday. So first next couple of days, it's going to be pretty cool. And of course, ETFs launch is going to be bullish potentially for the markets. And it looks like that's been front run on this news. So we've got a window of opportunity. The next Fed meeting is the 1st of November. That's the meeting there. So this is why we've got a window of opportunity and potentially a very bullish October. And of course, this is just for crypto, right? We know that inside here, of course, liquid loans is going to be launching inside here. Probably in this phase, as I suspect in the second half, will be liquid loans. We're waiting for the fetch oracle. The earlier we get the fetch oracle, the earlier we'll get liquid loans. But I suggest if we get the fetch oracle in here, this is a decentralized oracle for Pulsechain. If we get it inside here the first 2 weeks, which is pretty much around here, that's halfway. And then, of course, we could get the fetch, we could get liquid loans launching in there, as well as potentially the Earn protocol from Power City as well. So it'd be interesting to see whether Power City decides to launch at similar time to liquid loans or delays, because they are actually quite different. They're the same product, but they're quite different. They've got a couple of feature differences in terms of how much you can lend, but they're also, the main point for me is that the the Power City Earn protocol is going to be collateralizing PulseX, whereas liquid loan is going to be collateralizing Pulse, adding a new feature to those tokens. So, and also issuing stable coins respectively for those. So collateralizing Pulse, issuing USDL, collateralizing PulseX for the Power City Earn protocol, and issuing PXDC token, stable coin. So we'll have 2 new stable coins, and both of them are internally generating wealth for Pulsechain. So you don't have to bridge it over, you don't have to on-ramp it for a fiat on-ramp. You're generating it within the system, and it's super bullish on all counts, right? So you're taking Pulse and PulseX off the market, you're issuing new stable coins, you're putting that new economic energy potentially into the system, at least a percentage of it, and of course potentially pushing up the prices of stuff again. With leverage lending, so it's going to be interesting to see all that dynamics play, particularly if the big players use it. And hey, look, there's a lot of good reasons for them to use it, so we will be watching for that. It's an empirical question, but I'm pretty bullish, pretty optimistic about that. So really big deal there. Now, just for those that have not been familiar, Liquid Loans is the biggest sacrifice project outside of Pulsechain and PulseX. $51 million was sacrificed for that. They've already launched the multi-sig wallet for everybody to be able to use, the technology people to use on Pulsechain Safe. That's already been launched. And of course, next up is the Fetch Oracle. It will be the first decentralized Oracle on Pulsechain. And of course, a lot of the top DeFi protocols need to use that. And of course, Liquid Loans, Power City protocols, obviously other ones, GameFi like PulsePot, potentially maybe even 9-inch DEX. I'm not sure what they're doing around that space, but definitely there's things like that. A lot of big protocols, DeFi protocols, will be able to come on the Pulsechain because they'll have reliable price calls that are decentralized rather than using, for example, one DEX or something like that, or a DEX aggregator and that sort of thing. So things pretty cool like that. Some people are setting up their own RPCs and different technology infrastructures as well. We see Patias expanding in that space. So it's going to be interesting to see, watch a lot of that infrastructure play out. But that is pretty much it at the moment. So window of opportunity again. And of course, this is our bullish news for the year. The other bullish news potentially for Ethereum is probably not going to really happen until next year. And it's really not, it's more around second layers, and that is proto-dank sharding. And of course, we expect that to be bullish for the second layers like Atrium and Optimism. We expect that to be bullish, not so much for ETF for the Ethereum side. So this really is the major news, and very excited to see. So let's delve into this news a bit more on the Ethereum ETFs launching this week. And we can see here, this is a excerpt from Bloomberg, and we can see here that we've got these ETFs looking like they're going to launch. There's more than this, of course, but this looks like the ones that have been approved already that will be starting on a launch date. So the launch date here, question mark, is in here. You can see the 2nd of October is on all these dates. There are more. I think there was 15 altogether. But here is, how many is this? 9? Yeah, I think this is 9. And of course, Ethereum Strategy ETF, Bitwise, Ethereum Strategy ETF, Bitwise, Bitcoin, and Ether equal weighting strategy ETF, Ether strategy ETF, there, Bitcoin Ether strategy ETF, Bitcoin Ether equal weighting strategy ETF, Valkyrie, which I think was the first one, and of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum strategy ETF. There's a Kelly Ethereum ETF strategy ETF. Man, they've got long names, don't they? And of course, we've got Ether strategy ETF as well. So those are the 9 there, looking pretty cool. These are the tickers that they're going to be using on market. These are the assets they're going to have. So some of them are pure Ethereum. Some of them are Bitcoin Ethereum hybrids. So there's a bit of combination there. These are the firms that are supporting them. So Van Eyck there, Bitwise, ProShares, Valkyrie, Kelly ETFs, and volume shares there. So those are the firms. These are the structures that they've got: C Corps, open-ended fund, and of course the expense ratio that they'll have on the cheap side is 0.66%. So you might want to go with Van Eyck for that. On the more expensive side is Vol shares there, 1.15%. So that is kind of the expense ratio. And the launch date's, 2nd of October. So bullish, right? Really exciting. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And of course, in the new year, maybe we'll get some news around ETF for Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin as well. That's in the new year, likely for Q1 next year. But the cool thing about this, of course, we covered yesterday, is that the potential shutdown made the SEC, ask for these firms to bring in all their data in for Friday at the latest, so that they could get them all approved before the shutdown. But of course, the shutdown was delayed or whatever, 45 days, and of course, that's good news for the markets. Good news for the stock market for October. Good news for the crypto and of course Ethereum in particular, and really got the ETFs out early, which is really great to see. So bullish stuff there, folks. A really good time here. I'm really excited to see that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that coverage. What else is coming up? Of course, we got the Fed meeting coming up here on the 1st of November at the end of our window of opportunity. And of course, this bodes well. So crypto's looking good. Pulsechain's looking good. We've got our biggest protocols launching in October. The timing could not be better, right? The stars have aligned. Really is exciting. So if it's going to move in October, it's got to move because, what else are you going to get much better than this, right? Really exciting. All right. So let's jump over to the next month through November. And of course, that's over this period here, this window of opportunity period. What is the news coming up? Well, we've got economic news. We're going to have manufacturing information coming out on Monday, US time. And this is very important. So manufacturing prices, they lead consumer prices, right? So because these are the manufacturing prices, they feed into consumer prices. And of course, if they're going to be lower, that's good news. That's kind of a leading indicator for consumer inflation. So that's what we want to see happen. We've got the Fed Chair Powell speaks again. So on Monday, speaking again as well. That'll be very interesting to see how the markets react to that. Hopefully, it will be generally good news, maybe a bit more dovish rather than hawkish language. On the 3rd, we've got the JOLTS opens reports. We're already seeing little cracks in the employment. Remember, the employment's the last thing to go. So what happens first? You put interest rates up. Then, of course, you start impacting GDP. And, of course, then you start impacting the employment, right? The employment's the last thing to go. And what's that lag? Maybe lag between 9 months and 24 months. We know that since, the pandemic thing. We've got a lot of people eating through their savings. A lot of that savings that they've had, which has meant that the consumer's been able to spend quite a lot of money, not just because of incomes, but because of that. And is that a lot of that stuff is running out, right? It's pretty much run out. A lot of people are saying. So I think we're pretty much down to the wire. That will protract the impact of higher interest rates. In other words, it will take it longer for the lag to happen. So instead of maybe 9 months to 18 months, it could be 24 months, right? It could be quite a lot longer. But we've already been maybe 13 months in. So definitely in the next 9 months, we could potentially see this play out. And maybe by the middle of next year, we could see, a hard landing where the GDP is negative. So the recession. So we're in recession, hard landing recession, as opposed to a soft landing where we don't quite get into recession. We just sort of get very low GDP growth, and of course maybe 0.5%, something like that. I think we're around 2.2% or something like that at the moment, and that's what we might see. So we'll be definitely, the jobs is the last thing to go. It's been very resilient so far, but that will be the last thing to go. We also see that monetary supply also has been coming down as well. It had a little bit of a bump like the last couple of months, but really has started coming back again this month. So monetary supply. So if you're a monetarist, you would see that is a negative. So we've actually had about a negative 3 to 4% decrease in the money supply, or what they call the M2, which is like cashes and deposits and things like that. That's a negative. Some people, as if you're a monetarist, you would argue that you need monetary growth, maybe 5 or 6%, and that would be bullish for the markets to have a soft recovery. But maybe it's too late for that even, so we will see. So we're in a good environment at the moment, but next year, maybe mid next year afterwards, we could get that hard landing. So that is the negative side that further down the track. So let's have a look at what else we got coming out at the moment. We got more employment and manufacturing coming out. That's going to be October the 4th. We've got initial jobless claims on the 5th there as well. We've got some non-farm payrolls. People will be looking at that one. And we've got the unemployment rate, right? So unemployment rate forecast at 3.7. Previously, it came at 3.8. But I suspect that that's next year will get higher, right? That's what we're expecting to see there as the unemployment starts. Remember, it's the last thing to fall, right? Interest rates, real economy, and then of course employment, and we're already seeing little cracks in there already. So we'll be watching that number as well, and employment generally. We've got the PPI, Producers Price Index there, October the 11th. That's a critical one. That's a leading indicator for CPI. And of course, then we've got CPI data coming in, the Consumer Price Index. That's going to come out on the 12th of October as well. That's going to feed into this interest rate review on the meeting there on the 1st. So we'll see how we go at the moment. That's kind of coming in. And then, of course, we've got retail sales October the 17th there, and then building permits the 18th as well. And that's pretty much some of the headline numbers there. So kind of cool. We've also got the Philadelphia Manufacturing Index coming in at the 19th of October. So not too bad. We've got some key data coming in there. Inflation, manufacturing prices, Jerome Powell speaking. So some cool stuff there. We'll be watching that pretty closely as well. But in any case, that's going to play into the Fed meeting. At the moment, we've got a federal funds rate of 5.5%. Will we get the 5.75? We will see. Let's have a quick look at what the market expects at the moment around all that information coming out around inflation. What do they expect to see? Let's have a look at the Fed rate monitor and see. So yeah, we've got 4 weeks and 2 days to go until that meeting is on. At the moment, the market expects, only 18% of the market expects for the Fed to actually increase rates to 17 to 5.75. So that'll be 25 basis points. Currently, we're at 5.5%, so 81%. Very important news there as well. So that's good news. Hopefully, we'll have no change. The higher the rates they go, the more stupid it becomes. And like I say, if we do get this play out where the monetary supply is being reduced, the M2 supply, we're going to have obviously the high interest rates are going to, and especially if they go higher, like to 5.75 or even higher, that would be terrible because they're going to overshoot, right? They're going to wait until there's a lot of pain. In other words, we've got recession, we've got unemployment hot rising, or some real pain in that space, and then they see inflation low. So if they suspect there's inflation, once we get below 2%, then they're going to start, pivoting the interest rates. But it's all too late, right? They've overshot again. They do it every time. And of course, the last interest rate hike is the highest and fastest of all time. So that's something for mid-year next year onwards, but definitely worth thinking about, keeping in your hat about that. It's not all field and roses, but at the moment, it's looking green, and we've got this beautiful opportunity at the moment. So let's enjoy it. All right, let's move on from that. We're going to get into Pulsechain at the moment. So we've got some cool Pulsechain stuff here. We've got Pulse at 4000469, up almost 1% there at 47% of sacrifice price. We've got Pulsex at the moment at 40126. I think these prices are right. Yeah, we're up 2% there, and one Pulse will get you 3.72 Pulsex. So Pulsex has been managing to slowly eat away at the Pulsechain strength there. And previously we were up towards that 4-1. Now we're down at 3.72. The buy and burn, which is what people are very excited about. These people I talk to, 459.5 billion Pulsex has been burned, and that's bought and burned, right? Not just burned. And this is part of the superior tokenomics of Pulsex and Pulsechain compared to other chains and dexes. So very cool there. And we're at 2.22% of the public supply is now burned. And so that is bullish news, and that's going to play out further down the track as we move forward in time. Incentive token there, $1.14. That is down 1.13%. We're at 24,318. Remember, these numbers aren't quite as bullish as you might have thought because we had a rally, was it a day and a half ago? So if you're wondering, sort of a day ago or whatever, so that's why they're just somewhat muted despite the fact we had just had a pump. So take that into account there. The ratio at 24,318. And we've got the incentive tokens over 12 million supply, with now 97,000 burned through the TRH game. So that's the incentive tokens there. PHEX there is up 2% at 888. So if you guys are in Chinese culture, 888 there, what's a lucky number? So 888. So we've got some lucky numbers there. And of course, 00888 is a good sign. And of course, we've got EHEX there at 0034. That's pretty much stable. So the combined price of EHEX and PHEX is at 1.23 cents or 1.23 cents. One PHEX will get you 189 Pulse at the moment. That seems a bit stronger today. And of course, one PHEX will get you 2.59 EHEX at the moment. So definitely stronger versus EHEX, isn't it, today as well? So PHEX there looking pretty good. In fact, PHEX and Pulsex are the best performers today. And it looks like PHEX they're just slightly higher. So that's good news. Let's go to the Pulsechain. This is the Pulsechain price here at the moment. So there's the 15-minute chart. Let's go to the daily. And you can see the daily there looking up pretty nicely. And hey, look, we're very close to breakout here. This is looking very good indeed, especially with the news, the climate we're in at the moment. And of course, we're just on Sunday in the United States still. So imagine what Monday could hold. It could be very exciting indeed. And of course, we've got the lows here. We've got slightly higher lows and a very significant higher low here at 4,000. And really targeting this 5,000 on the old pulse. That's looking really good. And we're in the top of the Bollinger Bands. And let's have a look at the RSI. Yeah, RSI is down at 59. So we've got plenty of room to move on the RSI to the upside. So everything is looking pretty good for it. So looking nice. That's all I can say. Very nice. We go Pulsex as well. Let's go to the daily on Pulsex. That's pretty much similar story on the Pulsex. And of course, that relativity, but I think more upside, relative upside, right, on the old Pulsex. So Pulsex there likely to have a better relativity percentage gain. We're still 700% below the sacrifice price. So a much more gain sitting in there compared to, say, Pulsechain, which has got how much? Let's have a look here. 113%. So you got 700% on the Pulsex side. You've got 113% on the Pulsechain side. However, there are differences, and that is the number of wallet holders. And of course, so we know there's probably about 25,000, I think, wallet holders on Rat Pulse, and there's something like 185,000 on Pulsex. So there is a lot of differences there, and the volume differences. So and there was about a 4-to-1 on the original sacrifice as well. So there are some key differences there, but still the upside looking pretty amazing there versus Pulsex there. So what have we got there? We got incentive token as well. That is $1.14. Let's look at the ratio to Pulse. Have a look at that. 24.317. So definitely at all-time low there. But of course, the farms are continuing to pump out those incentive tokens. And of course, we're waiting for things like maybe the DAO, maybe a single source staking, maybe some third-party DApp, those sort of things as well. So kind of cool. And maybe Liquid Loans and Power City with their launch of their protocols will help both Pulsex and incentive token and of course Pulse to get very bullish, because you're going to take a lot of Pulse and Pulsex off the market. And of course, so that's bullish news, and flood the market with a whole ton of stable coins, which are brand new. And of course, potentially they can be used to leverage lending and just to buy more off the market. So you get that circular up movement there. So we'll be watching out for that. That's going to be fun to see how that plays out this month in October. Bullish, bullish, bullish. We've got PHEX at the moment, looking pretty good too. Let's have a look at the daily. There's PHEX there. We've got clear higher lows, so that's looking pretty good. We've got this resistance, all this resistance at 90, 92, 90, 93 there. So 9300th of a penny. That's what we want to get over the marks there. We've been in resistance at this level. Once we break out over that 1 cent, once and for all, particularly, this light level here, once we get above here and onwards and upwards, right? So looking not too bad for that as well. We've certainly got the news for it. And the RSI there, plenty of room to move. Look at that down there, looking pretty in room. EHEX, of course, had managed to slowly ride up as well. Still the weaker of the two, but slowly riding up also is EHEX there. That's pretty exciting, right? And the other good news, of course, is Coast, the Fiat on-ramp, off-ramp, is doing well. So CST supplies continues to go up. So we've got economic energy coming onto Pulsechain directly through the Fiat on-ramp, which is direct to Pulsechain. And of course, you can use what's his name? What's your name? Brian. You can use Brian's. I'm just kidding. You can use Brian's referral link there. And of course, you can get 5,000 weight tokens if you convert. You must convert though. So you got to actually sign up and then bridge some fiat and then mint some CST stablecoins. You need to do that conversion there. And then that will be on the Pulsechain, which is pretty cool. And it's all your own self. You're doing it all yourself. So it's kind of like Hex that way. We got $1,132,000 so far bridged in through Coast. Target is $50 million. And of course, you can be part of that. The community is really, it's the community that's onboarding here. So it's definitely a great channel there, especially if you're dollar cost averaging, things like that. So 50 countries now have access, something like that. So around the world, they're going to be targeting, I think something like 163 countries or something. So it really is going to be fun there. And they've got more coming, potentially debit cards coming, at least a debit card's coming, I think. So that's going to be super popular. And, Pulsechain debit card, bring it on. I get excited, man. Let's go down to McDonald's. Hey, I'm going to buy, I want that Big Mac, I want that large Coke, and I want those fries, and I'm going to pay in Pulsechain. So here we go. Let's go. All right, so obviously it's going to be in the local currency, whatever, but that's pretty cool. That'd be very neat. All right, Coast team's probably going, what the hell is he going on about? What is he talking about? Well, they're the ones that posted the debit card, so that's what we're talking about there. All right, so that's not bad there. Coast to coast on ramp is ticking to go up there. I'm very excited to see that. I had to talk about that first. And let's go to the validators. The validators have been breaking records. And of course, look at that. Every day there's a record. I love it. It's so easy to cover Pulsechain. 44,152. Look at that. Up, and away there. You can see it's just been going up, the staircase up here. And this is confidence in Pulsechain, right? And of course, being able to get so much pulse at this price level as well, you know, relative to the sacrifice price. And of course, with the forward-looking optimism and project rollouts and things like that, very exciting times. 43,152. We've seen more transactions on Pulsechain. The economic activity is definitely been ratcheting up there. And of course, we are the people's chain. Pulsechain is the people's chain. Validators around the world. Look at them all. Pretty amazing as well. Look at that. Pretty cool. And every continent that people really live, except for Antarctica. But like I say, we're working on Scott Base, the town in Antarctica there. We want to rule them all. So that's pretty cool. We got 1.41 trillion pulses off the market. That's about 9.4% of the supply. And of course, as I always say every day, it doesn't include EIP 159 burn. It doesn't include the 4,096 validators, the Genesis validators, the exited and burn 132 billion pulse. And of course, it doesn't include what's coming up, which is all these third-party protocols, particularly liquid loans that will collateralize pulse and take more of the market. So really, really bullish on that front. Let's look at the gas prices. Gas prices at the moment, 894. So the grey's actually a little bit softer today. This is a Sunday in the United States, so that's kind of cool. 900,000 beats. That's on the low side. We've got 1 cent for a PulseX swap there. 900th of a penny for Pulse coin transfer, and 3/10 for a PRC20 at the moment. We're 371 times cheaper than Ethereum. Ethereum is starting to raise its way, and so that's why we're getting even more cheaper. And of course, 133 times cheaper than Bitcoin. Although before the live stream, I think we're sitting here, or at the beginning of the live stream, we're sitting a lot higher on that. So that's good news. Now, I did want to bring up the amount of transactions here, so you can see that too. Let's go to the scan.pulsechain and have a quick look at that. So where are we up on this? This is the transactions here. You can see it on the board here. We've had some really high days, 811,000 as an all-time high there from memory on the 18th September, at least on local period. And of course, we had quite an elevated number of transactions here. Just tapered off a little bit lately. Obviously, we're in the weekend now. So we're around the 325,000 mark on the transactions. But normally, you know, we've been up during the weekday around 400,000 to 500,000. So that's been pretty good, 400,000 to 500,000 during the weekday. But we have had highs of around 800,000, 700,000 and stuff like that. So it's pretty neat there on the old blockchain transactions. So doing pretty well. All right. That is pretty much it for that. We're going to get into the rest of it. We've got lots to talk about. So with all the markets getting pumped at the moment, we've got maybe just the beginning of a very bullish week as well for October. We've also got Famous, right? Famous has been launching, and it's actually pretty interesting. We saw that 2 days ago, I think it was 2 days ago, all the shorters got either liquidated or had to close their positions. These are people that were betting the market would go down. And of course, that has changed the profile of open interest on Fame. So if you're not sure what open interest is, it is where people take short and long positions. Short positions mean that they're betting on the prices going down or whatever asset they're trying to short, and you need stable coins to do that. That's on the short side here. On the long side here, you're betting that the price will go up, and so you need the actual coin that you're going to be betting on that's going to go up. So you might need Pulse or PulseX or something like that, and you're betting on that to go up there. And of course, people can do up to 30x leverage just using the sliding bar. Well, I think once you get past 5x or something, that is getting pretty risky, just to let you know that much. But definitely people are doing that. They're taking very high leverage sometimes. But of course, hopefully they've thought a lot about their positions. Anyway, you guys know we did a test position that we've been having on here since the first day it launched. Was it first day? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think it's been first day. I'm not sure. I think we did though. And of course, yeah, first day. I'm pretty sure it was first day. And we've got a position. We put $11 on it, right? $11. And we were out of the money. In other words, we had lost the money. because we went in, and I knew the market was going to get down, but I couldn't, as a Pulsechain influencer, I couldn't really short the market on Pulse, could I? That's not a good look. So I had to think about that. But in any case, it's actually in the money now. Yay! We're in the money. We're in the green. So $11 is now $13.42. Looks like we're up 31%, which is kind of cool. Now, if we get the breakdown, though, we do have to pay fees. So we're actually up 20% after fees. So we're gross, we're up 31%, but net we're up $20. So $20. No, not $20, 20%. So we're up $2 on this trade. Now it's only $11 trade, but we are up 20% on it, and we're out of the money. We're down $2.75. I think we're up $2. So there we are. It's flipped around there for us as well. We've got a 5.3x long here. So we're betting the price will go up, and we've got a 5.4x long there. So that's what we did on that. So this is a bit of fun, right? Just to show you how it works, really, is why we're doing this. And of course, so far there, we're on and up there. We're going to leave that open. We're going to leave that open, and who knows where it could go. We'll see what happens there. If the market keeps going up this week, looks bullish, I think it's well worth leaving it open. Don't you guys think so? I think so. So we're going to do that. Let's have a look at some of the core ecosystem stats, because I wanted to point this out with the longs and the shorts. So the market's obviously breaking up to the upsides, and of course the shorts are a bad place to be when that happens, right? A lose of money. And of course, here we are. Look at this. Back on the 30th there of September, we saw the shorters get hashtag wrecked, and of course $11,600 in lost profits there was what happened. So pretty bad day there. Looks like people are more in the money now. And of course, the net profit there was $6,000 that day. The cumulative P&L is $4,400 though. So that is the net, still a loss. So traders have still lost at the moment. However, we have a ton of people with long positions at the moment, and let's have a look at that. The long positions are $967,000 worth of long positions and $372,000 of short positions there at the moment. And of course, the longs are in the money at the moment. So that's at the moment with a breakout to the upside, that's a safer position to be in. And of course, that is dominating. So it's pretty interesting. We've seen that those long positions actually increase a bit, and that's been pretty exciting to see that too. So kind of cool. We've seen unique users slowly climb up as well. Where are the users here? 33 new users yesterday on the old trading there as well, 95 existing. So some nice little growth there. The pink is the growth there. So a little bit of growth there in the number of new users, and existing users still ticking away there as well. So some interesting stuff happening there. Now, some of the headlines there, 13.3 million in total volume so far. I would consider Famous is one of the blue chip products, but it is the riskiest of them. And if you think about it, it is around margin trading. It is 30x leverage. In terms of providing liquidity, maybe not so much more risky, but obviously if you're using the product, it's a risky product because you can win or lose. Now, if you're good at it, maybe you'll win far more than you lose, but that's kind of the play at the moment. So we've got 13.3 million total volume, and it's been, 14 days or something, 13 days. We've got fees there, $60,000 in fees, which is pretty nice. I think that's doing very well. The PHL pool, just under $2 million. So this is the people that are providing liquidity. This liquidity is what traders use to go and put their positions out in, right? So they're borrowing this to do that. Open interest is 1.3 million. That is the open interest position at the moment. So that's looking pretty good as well. This was up, I think, 1.6 million or something. But all the shorters got hashtag wrecked. They got liquidated, or they had to close their positions. Or you can edit your position as well, so you can top it up to make sure you don't get liquidated and try and survive. But that's pretty much at the moment. And of course, we hit the 500 users as well on the old Fame. So pretty interesting to see that. Let's have a quick look at some of the other stuff with the earn side of things. Remember, the Fame token earns 40%, and the PHLP there earns 60%. So 60% plus the gains or losses from traders as well on top of that. So at the moment, that's playing in their favor because traders are net down, right, about $4,000. Let's have a look at the percentages. APR there, 2% for staking at the moment, but that won't mean necessarily that you'll stop the actual token from really rallying because of the optimism about the ecosystem and the status of the protocol there. We're at 51% of the Fame token is staked at the moment, with a market cap there of 26.6 million based on the Fame price, and the Fame price is just at 48 cents at the moment. Apparently, the sacrifice price was 60 cents, so that seems like a pretty good pickup relative to that. But once again, not financial advice. Looking to the PHLP, so if you're providing liquidity for the margin traders, you've got the NAV price there is at $1.07. It's kind of the asset price. and the market price is slightly above that 109. So a little premium in there on the market price. And the total supply there is much lower, right? So it's only 1.9, almost $2 million worth of PHLP compared to 13.5 million in the stake side, right? So they're earning 2% on the stake side, but the PHLP based on the current APR indicator is at 42.6%. So that's pretty lucrative. The only thing, of course, you are exposed to some degree to the people. If people are hugely successful on long positions, especially if you think the prices are low and people hold their long positions open, that could impact the PHLP. Well, we'll see. A lot of people can exit before that is realized, though. But some interesting numbers there, right? So very cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That's a coverage of Fame, but I do think it's pretty interesting to see the open interest in favor of the longs. People are expecting the price to go up, and that is kind of telling as well. Maybe an indicator as you might want to think about it in the market. So very cool on that. All right, we're going to get into the rest of the markets. We're going to talk about PRC20s, talk about meme coins. We're going to talk about the Pulsechain projects. We've got a lot of news around Hex today with the base, and we're going to talk about base and team. That is the big news that's just opened up for the redemption, I believe, when we hit UTC time. We're going to talk about liquid loans briefly as well, and then the Hex daily stats. So we've got lots more in store for the rest of the live stream, but let's catch up in the chat. Take a time out there as well. It's just so much stuff happening. It is so much fun. All right, let's see who else has jumped in the chat. Definitely got up to the light scout there. We got to Brian. Thanks, boss. Get your a free weight token here. Yeah. So if you have not joined up to the Coast on-ramp, fiat on-ramp, off-ramp, that's a way you can join up. Bridge some fiat in, and of course, issue yourself some CSD stablecoin. Then you can go buy up all your goodies on Pulsechain. That's pretty much the way it works. What else? Brennan says my green eyes can't handle it, says Brennan. That's funny, man. On the old green charts. We've got Toxic Hedgehog in the house there. Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Life Beneath says be careful with the shorts. Yeah, shorting the market. It can work in your favor if the market's in a seriously a downtrend or something, but you got to be careful with it. Brendan says fake out is imminent on the old BDC chart there. Nice. We got D-Pace in the house as well. Swag unit is here. Never fear. First huge green candle up on BDC we have seen in many months is B-Base. A good point. And Pudding Guru, welcome to October. Yeah, October. E. Anderson says, are we bullish for PLSX? I am indeed. What else there? Crypto Chim. Imagine not buying incentive token at these low prices. Is Crypto Chim. Congrats to Base and Team. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. So we're going to be covering Base and Team. It has just hit the renewal period after 1 year, pretty much. Was it 369 days, something like that? I know it's slightly more than a year. We got Crypto Chin incentive at 40 million market cap. Yeah. No, people aren't ignoring it, I think. We'll see. DB Cooper says, "When moon, sir." Moon DB. DB comes in every day when moon, even when it's green. When moon, it's mooning today. DB, it's mooning today. DB Cooper says, "I told you to wake up when September ends. I overslept 2 days." Yeah, that's true, DB. But September was green. It was green. It was a green month. Bloodfish King says base is now ready to redeem mint on PLS now. Yeah, we're gonna have a look at that in maybe 5 minutes or so. We got Pulsechain breakout imminent, says Crypto Chin. I think so. We got Blobfish King as well. Good, saying hello, howdy. What else there? Crypto Luck Box in house there. What do you think about Axis token? Hey, look, it's Axis is around Axis Alive, right? The influencer. Hey, look, it's probably got as good a go as most tokens with the influencer behind them. So yeah, he's very popular. So yeah, that's probably a good token. Not financial advice. What else here? Brennan as well. BTC has just printed a golden cross on the daily, says Brennan. There we are. You heard it from Brennan first, so well done, Brennan. He's our TA specialist in Discord. Now, if you haven't joined our Discord, the link is in the video description. Do join. We've got awesome community, awesome information. You get lots of intel really early, so if you want to be early on a lot of projects, it's really cool, and you can talk about strategy and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of people that love to do that, so definitely the link is in the video description. Join up today. What else there? Charity says, I was trying to have a nap when I heard green candles. Yeah, it's hard to have a nap when your green candles are on. All right, let's get back into it. Let's have a quickly run through the top PRC20s. This is by liquidity. I've sorted by liquidity here. This is my custom list. Looks like we'll get DAI there struggling to move up, just moving sideways pretty much at the moment as old PDAI. We've got as high as 1/10 of a penny, and then we're back down to 0.0088. So just the way it is at the moment, just struggling, just consolidating perhaps, and obviously some more attention on the Richard Hart tokens at the moment. So there we are, and of course there is the elusive 1 cent up the top there in that yellow line. Let's see how we go, and of course the all-time high back here on the 15th September at 0028. So 28/100th of a penny is the all-time high so far. We'll see how it gets on. The old PDAI, I know a lot of people follow that, so that's why we're talking about it there too. We got a teddy bear is down 32%. We got a Tropa is so a Tropa Pulse is down 15.73%. Let's have a look at that one. Obviously, a lot of people following a Tropa, and it is at the bottom. Man, that is down at the moment. Will it have another day in the sun? People will say yes. People will say yes. We'll see. This is more speculative, right? All this stuff. Remember that 17 days, and it's down 73% at the moment on the Tropa. But of course, I still think it appears to me the main game is in DAI, right? PDAI seems to be the main speculative shared narrative, as we call it, on there at the moment. Wrap Bitcoin is been up and down in this range. So it's been traveling in this range for a couple of days. It's currently at $92, been high pretty much around $100, low around $82 there. And it's currently at 92. So it's Wrap Bitcoin. Not much to say there at this stage. That's kind of the headline numbers for the big ones. Let's have a look at the percentages. Let's have a look here. What else we got here? We've got LUSD. So Liquidity on Ethereum has their stablecoin, LUSD. Of course, that got copied over to Pulsechain. That is up 8%. It's got 18K liquidity in the moment. So that's not done too bad. Let's have a look at that chart and see how that's going. It's going pretty good. Yeah, that chart. This looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, this liquidity pool has only been set up, I think, since the 11th of September. But that's not bad. What else there? Axis. That's Axie. Sorry, it's not Axis one, is it? But that is up 5%. So pretty much we've got little gains for these ones. So really all the gains today. We're just getting ready for the week. I think it's going to be pretty bullish. We've got meme coins. Let's have a look at the meme coins. Let's have a look by liquidity. Everything's down pretty much. PLD is up 1.5%. That's not too bad. What else? I think that's it. So everything's not doing too much into my meme coin list here. So we could look at Pulse Dogecoin. We're waiting for the 9-inch DEX, right? We'll just wait for that $16 million sacrifice for that project. So we're just waiting. This is not back into, I'd really love to get this back into 3,000. That'd kind of be a big, nice pickup zone. Still holding up pretty strong here at 0045. So just under half a penny at the moment. That's a half a penny line now. But Pulse Dodge, PLD, Paul Pleb, and of course, where'd the ETH go? Those are all 9-inch tokens, and will likely get one BUC token, single-side staking. So that's they're probably going to be super bullish in the future. And of course, I've been telling you guys about that. So it's up to you guys what you do. Of course, not financial advice. Let's have a look at the projects by liquidity. Let's have a look at the best performers. Tetra there up 9%. Now, I do believe that Tetra is the staking pools have finished, I believe, and that they've got their next product that we're going to be launching soon, which is their technology. So that's going to be cool. Just forgot the name of it off the top of my head. You can let me know in the chat there if you remember. I've just forgotten the name. What's it called? Tetra. Let me just look up the site. Tetra. This is going to be pretty innovative looking stuff here. Atlas, I think it is. I think it's Atlas. I think Atlas is going to be launching. Atlas is a Web3 front end for Tetra. The dashboard allows users to manage their Tetra user account, deploy or publish automations and strategies. Yeah, so that's a big deal, right? So search for and manage crypto assets and track portfolio. So basically, you'll be able to interact with contracts using nodes and connectors. A bit like if you use Blender 3D, it's a bit like that technology as I understand it. And you can pretty much take different functions on a smart contract and link them all up and set up limit orders or things like that. So it's like kind of cool. That's my quick summation. That was a quick summation, that one, but that's kind of cool. And of course, they had their staking. I think the staking has ended. Let's go into here. Yeah, so that looks all finished. So all the Tetra staking is finished. That was pretty exciting when it launched, to be honest, and it got sold out really quick. Like I think it was like within 10 minutes. Q pools and Tetra pools will open on the 1st of October. So those seem to be the new ones, right? So cube pools opening up and tetra pools. So looking pretty cool. So that did look like they're opening up new pools, although they don't look like they've opened yet. So these are the prison pools. So it looks like they're going to have new pools like open up there. So definitely something worth checking with the Tetra team, because they may have those launching pretty soon. So lots of stuff happening in the space there. But Tetra is going to be pretty popular, I think. Let's see what else. That is Tetra. Let's go back out of here. That's kind of the highlights there. Not too much happening. Let's look by percentages. Percentages there. We've got Pulse Reflections up 29%. We've got Plant up 21% there. Weight Token up 20%. Now, Weight, of course, is Coast on-ramp. So that's kind of cool there. And PLN is up again, 9.6%. P-Share is up 8%. That's some of the highlights there. And Fame there at 48 cents. Let me just jump over to the Weight Token and have a look at the what that looks like on the price chart. Yeah, Weight Token, look at that. Starting to really accumulate, really get momentum in here on the chart here at 0.15 of a penny. So Weight Token there, the Coast on-ramp and off-ramp really starting to get valued, I think, which is nice to see. Remember, if you get 100,000 Weight Tokens, you'll get a 1% fee for your onboarding. Remember that, you stake that and you get that 1% there. Look at PLN. This is one of our on-ramps as well. So Coast and PLN. And of course, that's starting to get priced up as well. So it's nice to see the market starting to price up top tier utilities on Pulsechain. Good to see. Sometimes it'll take a little while, but it gets there at the end, right? That's pretty cool. Let's jump over to the big news. Of course, is around base, Hex derivative base. And of course, the reload phase is almost upon us. Of course, it is here now. And of course, we've got these dApps here, Maximus team and Maximus base, their perpetuals. And of course, if you're part of that, that's something you can check out. And I'm going to post that link in the chat there. Bam, there you go. That is the link. Bam, bam, bam. That is it for base and team. So if you had a base stake pool, you were in that, then yeah, you've got that. And of course, you've got team as well. It's kind of pretty cool. So let's have a look and see what else they've said here. Maximum base is the 369-day Hex pool to mint base and join stake 2 period. So stake first year period is finished. Stake period 2 is open, I believe, for a week. So it's open for a week. You'll need Hex, of course, to go into the second year or the second round of the Hex stake pool. That's for 1 year. Here are the buy links there to mint base on Pulsechain. You'll need PHEX there. And of course, you can buy that on PulseX or Ethereum or whatever. To mint base on Ethereum, you'll need EHEX there. So both on Pulsechain and on EHEX. Remember, last time it was just on EHEX and it got copied over to Pulsechain. Now you've got to go into either Pulsechain or Ethereum. So there's 2 now to do if you're going to do that. So remember that. That is the link there. I'm going to post that in the chat there too. And of course, let's copy that link. Bam. So this is base. Really cool. Nice to see. This is the first Maximus staking pool product that has matured out of all their pools, right? So they got Trio, which is 3 years. They got Lucky, and they got Decky there. Those are the 7 and 10 year ones. We've got a long way to wait for those. But the base one is pretty much around a year. And it's nice to see the first product mature. So well done to Dipcatcher and Golkey, the Maximus team. They definitely are strong arms there as well. So kind of cool there. One of the cool things too is that Maximus base stake ends. Reply here with your prediction on how many Hex principal will be staked on each chain for the base cycle 2. Winner gets a prize. Deadline is 3 hours from now. See base data. So that is kind of cool for that. Might have missed that one though. 2 hours there. So they're just counting it down as well. Maxing out the bigger pays better bonus for the Maximus base at 150 million Hex in the middle of the bear would be huge. So in other words, if they can get 150 million into the base for the 1 year perpetual, that would be bullish, right? That'd be bullish. And of course, you get the bigger pays better in Hex. So if that might be something that you like, then check it out. That is good news. So let me just refresh just to make sure I've got the latest from the Maximus team. But those are all the links that I posted to you. Let's have a look here. Looks like we've got one more as well. I've got a couple more links here. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, if you're looking to buy team in period 2, here are the links. If you want to buy team as well, PulseX, PHEX there, update on team. So that's kind of cool. I'll post these links in the Discord because this is a Hex derivative. So we like to keep up to date with that as well. So we've got a lot of links coming through, but if you are in the base, that's important. That's the link there to that tweet. Let's jump over to Dipcatcher. Dipcatcher is going to go live in 10 minutes. Maximus base and team. stake end party. So you can definitely jump over to that live stream after this one and check out that. That's going to be cool. And I'll post the link to that as well. And there we are. That is coming up. So lots of links for base and team. This is a pretty important milestone for the Maximus and Hex derivative base. So good news all around. Pretty neat. Boom. The inaugural Maximus base stake period has been ended on both Ethereum and Pulsechain. Based on Pulsechain earned 12.6 million Hex. Based on Ethereum earned 12.6 million Hex too. Reload phase is live, so perpetual their base as well. So that's kind of cool. So good news around there. And I'll post the link to that if you want to see it as well. So definitely well worth checking out. If you are part of that staking pool or interested in that staking pool, that is open again for another week, I believe, for stake number 2, round number 2, which is pretty good. What else there? Look, they in-staked it 30 minutes ago. There was 100 million Hex in that pool for the base, and in-stake there, ROI was 12.6%, and APY, annual percentage return there, is 12.5%. The rewards, 12.6 million Hex, and of course it was staked for 365 days. It had 5,245 T-shares, so out of about 9.8 million, 5,245 were in the Hex base. If this gives you some perspective there, so really bullish news on that. I won't repost that one to you, but that is some of the links there, just so you've got them all, which is pretty neat. So that's kind of cool. Let's jump back down here and have a look at some of the sites here. So this was the base here. As you can see, let me just refresh this. See what happened here. So this is the perpetuals.maximus.cash. Let me just sign on again here, and let's go. You've got Ethereum and Pulsechain, so you have to, if you've got the copy on both chains, you have to do both chains, right? If you're redeeming. So we'll just go to Pulsechain now, since we're on that one already. And you can see the redeem. We've got to redeem. Yeah, if you had base in there, I guess you could redeem it here. So that's kind of there. If you're in a mint, you have to pledge your Hex in here. So that's kind of easy to do. So you'd, if you had a million Hex in there or something like that, you'd put it in here and approve it and go through and put that in there. So I thought it was 7 days. It said 21 days here. Maximum base is a perpetual pool token, fully backed by a 1-year Hex stake pool that repeats forever. That's why it's called perpetual. 21-day initial minting redemption phase, followed by 369-day stakes that repeat forever with 7 days. Minting redemption phases are in between though. So yeah, 3 weeks. Okay, I thought it was only 7 days, but it's 3 weeks there. Initial minting rate is 1 base per 1 Hex pledge. So you get, it's one per one. But after the first stake ends, the minting rate is adjusted to reflect the Hex earnings that the base stake earned during the time. During the minting redemption phase, you can redeem your base for the amount of Hex designated by the redemption rate there. That's pretty cool. So that's the redemption page. That's the mint page if you're going to mint out for the second round. That's redeeming if you're claiming for the first round. And that is the dashboard there. Kind of cool. That's the base supply at the moment, so it's going down pretty quickly as people redeem. Hex start day 13.99. What else have we got there? Yeah, treasury there. That's the amount of Hex accrued. Yep, so it's all expired there. And operate stake. I don't know what that one. Let's have a look at that. I guess when it gets reset up there, it's going to operate again. Diamond hands. Stake base and earn reward. So once you mint out some new base, you'll be able to stake it for diamond hands as well and earn rewards for that. So it's even more upside to that. So you have to put your base in and get that as well. You got to read all the fine print, but that's pretty much it on that one. There are early in-stake penalties and things like that. So kind of cool. You can see base there. We've got the 3-year one there. That's still to come up. And you can't mint that. Of course, that is not open. You can't redeem it either because it's not matured. 3 years, that one. But we have got the dashboard. We can see how much is in there. It's got 67 million trio in there. Currently worth $618,000. Kind of cool, ticking away. So not bad. All right, that is that. There's a couple other sites too. We've got the team.dashboard.anvil. It's just going to show some more information there on the base. 100 million. So 100 million was the biggest one on there. Let's have a look at doing a refresh. See what that looks like. And we had Trio's got 67, 69. Lucky's got 75 million hex in it. And Desi has 565. So Desi, the 10-year one, was definitely the biggest. But this is the first product to mature. Isn't that cool? And now you can get into the second round. It's going to be interesting to see. Can they got 100 million here. Can they get to 150 million and get the full 10%? Bigger pays better. We will see. What's the space on that? We've got 3 weeks apparently for you to do the minting for that. Minting, redeeming, and minting. So that's kind of cool. All right. Here is another site here. Portfolio Maximus.cash. Gives you kind of the numbers on here as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, APY there, not bad. Looks like they had $3,000 in the diamond handed rewards in there as well. Right, let's jump away from that. Now the links in the Discord, if you want to jump and grab those, they'll be there too. Now the big thing, of course, coming up in October is that we have liquid loans launching, and this is going to be a big deal. So, and of course, the Fetch Oracle is also a big deal. That's part of the infrastructure that should come out first, and maybe a week or two later we could see liquid loans. Maybe the second half of October is my guess at this stage for that. Right, let's jump over to the Hex Daily Stats. We've got day 1399 for Hex on Ethereum, hex.com, 1st of October, 23 there. We've got the price at 3400th of a penny on the Hex on Ethereum. We've got the price there at, the Hex payout 6.65 Hex per T-share. We've got no change in the share rate there, 7.09 years in average mining length, 39% for the APY for existing T-share miners. And of course, oh, look at that, down 17,860 T-shares. And that's, I guess the base contributed to that. I don't know. We've got T-shares there. 9,776,000 is in the reward pool there. Sorry, in the ownership pool, I should say. And what else? We've got 9.3% of all X is staked on or mining on the Ethereum chain. 368,000 penalties, pretty low penalties today. We've got 65 million in the reward pool, which is not too bad. We've got liquid 4 liquid holders on the old Ethereum side, down 27 on the miners. We finally cracked that 120,000 mark. There's now 119,986 miners on the Ethereum side for Pulsechain. So that's the numbers there. Let's look at for Hex on the old what chain? On Pulsechain. Yeah, I just forgot. Day 143, I guess it is. And is it 143? What time is it? I think it's 143. And of course, we've got the 1st of October there, 888, which is our lucky number for the price. And so just under 19th of a penny. The payout per T-share, 6.62 Hex per T-share. We've got a dot day for the share rates, and the average mining length is shorter than on Ethereum, of course, 6.97 years, 38.4% APR there, APY I should say. And the T-shares are down 12,432, and of course we're sitting at 9,825,000 there on the T-shares. And let's have a look at what else. 9.5% of all X is locked on the old Pulsechain. Pretty modest penalties as well, underneath 500,000. We got 65 million in penalties there, pretty similar to the ETH chain. And of course, let's have a look at the growth. 35 liquid holders increased, 3 miner increases there. We're sitting at 124,253 miners on the old Pulsechain. Hex.com, check it out, folks. If you've got any questions, jump to our Discord and we can help you on the crypto helpline, which is kind of cool. All right, that's pretty much it. I think we've got some questions in there, so we'll go to the chat. We're up to an hour and 10 minutes, which is pretty much near the maximum. Man, I put out more links today on that base and team than I've done for a long time. Flooded my own chat with that, so just the way it goes. What else? I think we got up to that. Yeah, so we've covered that pretty in full there. Blobfish King base is now ready for redeem and mint to PLS. Nice. And Ethereum. What else there? We'll jump past that. Phew, says Debbie. Yeah, phew. What else there? We got Brendan as well. BTC just printed a golden cross. We got up to that. Jump that. We got Roderick Patrick. Good morning, Super Bear and all. Good to see you, Roderick Patrick. Welcome to the chat there. A crypto Luxbox wants us to look at the Axis. We might look at that. I'll just get you back there in a second. Roderick Patrick says, I'm excited to see what Richard's going to be launching on the Pulsechain ecosystem. And he's been keeping us in the dark with whatever it is, says Roderick Patrick. Yeah, it's sort of a wild card to be played. We'll see how that goes. Now, he still has the SEC meeting in November, so we've got to keep that in the back of our mind. So October truly is a fun opportunity, a window of opportunity. What else there? Go Pulse Hex, how many T-shares were lost in the last month? I do not know exactly what you mean by that, but maybe it's something for Dipcatcher. He is going to be streaming now, or he is streaming now. Sandy Beach is in the house there with the parties, looking good. Valiant says, hi all, Atropa sounds like the same name of a planet that SG1 would stargate to. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Looks like it found a level to build a launch pad, but who knows? Yeah, it could be an extremely good entry, Valiant, but once again, still speculative. But yeah, it does look like that at the stage. But maybe PDI is a better play because PDI certainly showing relative strength, even though it's sitting around that range at the moment. Thanks for the update, Super says Brennan. You're most welcome. We'll have a quick look for Axis because someone was asking for that. Who was that asking for the Axis one? Let me just scroll back up here. Someone was asking for that. Crypto luck box. So let's have a quick look for that. I don't think it's even on my list actually. Axis Alive. I guess it's this one here. What list should I put this on? Axis Alive. I put it under meme coins. Let me put it under meme coins here. Right, so let's have a look. Axis Alive. Now, Axis Alive is a TA guy, influencer in Pulsechain and Hex, particularly Hex, I think. Well, Pulsechain and Hex. And let's have a look at this chart. That is the chart on there. So you can't argue much about that. It looks pretty good. Once again, let's see how much the supply is in there. It's got lots of rockets, so that's kind of cool. I'll give it a rocket too. Let's jump over to the contract there. And have a look. There's 1 million access in existence, so that's not kind of cool. There's only 115 holders, but you know that's probably not unreasonable given the size of that. Token holders. So look there. Not sure. Maybe he's got some benefits on his website. I think he has a website, doesn't he, on TA stuff like that. So maybe he does that. It looks like we've got 99% of the supply is sitting in the main wallet there. So there's not much actually in the market. So let's have a look at that on the market there. We've got 6.82 accesses sitting in the liquidity pool. That's kind of hilarious, actually. That's okay. So most of it is sitting in the main wallet there. There are a few large holders from the looks of it. 44 is a large holder, apparently. But I don't know what this is being used for. I don't know much about the project. Whether he's got a lot of tokenomics around that, I'm not sure. But at the moment, it is getting pumped up there. Seems like it's got 547 million pulse in there. So there we are. I covered it there for you. You can't say I didn't try there. Like Crypto Lucky Box, Luck Box. Welcome. You're welcome. All right. I think that's it. Are we done? I think we are done. An hour and 15 minutes seems like good to me. We can't see the chart because I'm away from the chart. Okay, let's go to the chart there. I've got to redo this really quickly. That is the chart there. It's green and up to the right. There isn't many lucky in there at the moment. 6.82. There's 547 million pulse. There's a lot of pulse in there. Liquidity pool there is how big is the liquidity? 51k in liquidity. There seems to be 80 makers on it at the moment. So those are unique wallets that bought or sold. It seems to be up 14% at the moment on the chart there. So nice looking chart, obviously. But most of the Axis tokens are sitting in the main wallet, which is probably Axis's wallet, right? So that's it at the moment. There seems to be a few large holders with 62.45. I'm not sure how they got that. Maybe they're on the website. Maybe they're members of his social media. Do not know, but that is the holders there at the moment. So I don't know what the tokenomics are. I don't think much about it. I know that he does a great job in the Pulsechain Hex community and does a TA specialist, really. So there we are. Cool. Yeah, it's good to show the screen when you're showing it, right? All right, take care, everybody. And if you want to jump over to Dipcatcher and check out on the base and team, jump overboard there. If not, I'll see you in Discord. And of course, the link is in the video description if you want to join Discord and get lots of cool stuff there. All right, take care. Take care, everybody. Bye for now. I'll see you again tomorrow for Bullish October. Bring it on. October. Yeah, boy. Let's finish the poll. Brennan, you're supposed to say that. Let's finish the poll. We've got to finish the poll. Let's do it. And see what's the poll results are before we finish up. We're almost in now. We are just hit an hour 15. So do you agree that October will be a big month for crypto and Pulsechain? 62% said yes. 26% said maybe. 7% said don't know. And 3% of you out there said no. We got 56 votes out of that. So thanks very much, everybody. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I'm in the bullish camp. So exciting times ahead for all. All right. Crypto Lucky Boxes. Thank you, bud. You're welcome. Take care all, says Lies Beneath. You're welcome too. And of course, Valiant as well. Thanks, Superman, as always. And of course, yes, definitely join the Discord. That is the link. And I'll see you in the Discord. Take care, everybody. Let's play out some music on the way out. Bye for now. Peace out.